with us again, Trevin Hayes, James Brown, and Coach Kirkpatrick, the Glasgow Lady Scotties. First of all, Coach, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you all for having me.
All right.
You guys have got off to a hot start this season. You guys are winding down, 4 games left here. One of them's a district game, which is awfully late for a regular season district game. How did this wind up being the next to last week season? Do you know?
It was scheduled that way. Class A kind of pushed the Warren East game back, so it worked out perfect. But no, I'm not sure. I just got it that way.
You inherited that game.
I did.
As you get ready, in the end, this game is meaningless in terms of that last game on Friday against Allen County Scottsville, because you're going to turn around and play them again a little over a week later in the first round of the district tournament. So I guess first part of that question is, what are you looking for from Friday night's game?
Well, it's been a while since we've played them, and our schedule's been so packed that all we've seen is film on them. So we've not got to see them in person. They got their point guard back. Morris actually went down against us as well. So seeing how they've regrouped and came together as a team, and how we can match up with them and what we need to do to get ready for district is going to help out.
Yeah, because that first meeting you guys were down, and then I think you put in 3 younger players and rallied to come back to win the game.
Yes, they made some huge plays that I think we were down 7. I could be wrong. It's been a minute, but we were down 7 and made a big run with some younger kids as well as some older kids. So that was a big momentum change for us. Now,
looking forward to the district matchup, what are the keys do you think will be to success for your team in the district?
We've had a lot of conversations with the girls the past few weeks. Some games we've just let slip, and we've started off rocky and rough, and we kind of just kick our own self. Meaningless turnovers, just throwing the ball, not game-like shots. But once we figure out the kinks and work stuff out, and we've not had many practices and stretches, we've had to play back-to-back games. Warren East was one with ice in the Class A. So once we get us back on the right page, that's a huge part of our game.
Is that kind of what, after you get past this Friday, Saturday, next week you have a couple of games, but then you have basically a 3-day window before the district tournament starts. During those practices, do you start working on trying to get more precise about what it is you guys want to execute?
Yeah, we've talked about going back to the fundamentals, kind of backtracking, not really backtracking, but just the stuff that seems meaningless has to come back. Meeting the passes, ripping through. Don't just stand there and hold the ball out in front of you. Just small stuff that they don't realize they're doing until we get to watch that film on us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Coach, I know this is first-year coach, correct?
Yes, sir.
4th Region Coach of the Year.
Yes, sir.
At the beginning of the season, did you think that you would be where you are now?
I didn't. I knew what I had. I got to coach these girls the past 3 years, as well as some middle school. But, when I came in, I knew we was going to change a lot of things, and the girls bought in, and they've responded well to a new coach, new change. So I'm proud of them. Some games, our record doesn't really show how great they can be and how great they are. But, we go in spurts. Some spurts are great. Some spurts, they kind of backtrack a little bit. But I'm very proud of them.
A lot of programs will not play younger kids if you have upperclassmen on the team. How important has your younger class, your middle schoolers, how valuable have they been to you this season?
Oh, they've been huge, and some kids have not got that much playing time experience. Practices, they're pushing their kids in practice. They push the older girls. I said at the beginning of the year, once we're all in here, we don't separate by grades. I don't have 7th graders, 8th graders, freshmen, so on. I have one big varsity team, and that's pushed us to get better. It could be any given night someone comes in off the bench and gives us huge minutes. So as long as we stay connected, stay as a team, that's what's most important to us.
James and I were talking earlier, outside of your seniors, I've watched your team play a couple of times, and I'm really impressed with the athleticism of Cynthia Austin.
Yes.
How often does a Cynthia Austin come around?
Well, whenever I played Glasgow, I had all kind of Cynthia Austins, and they wear us out. But no, she doesn't realize how special she is and how special she will be. We remind her every day, you know, as athletic as she is, and when she wants to turn on, we got to make sure that knob stays turned on the whole game, you know, and it goes in spurts, but she's still young, so that's a positive, and sky's the limit for her.
Yeah, you mentioned when you played. I mean, it's a little bit of a you've inherited a program, and like you said, you've been involved with these younger players as a JV coach, and then in the middle school and that kind of stuff. But they may not realize that there was a height of Glasgow basketball about the time that you were coming through high school, and that was kind of a rare time for Glasgow at that time. But how often do you kind of tell them, you know, we can get back there, we can be that region-winning program?
Oh, we talk about it a lot. You know, we get looked down upon just based off past records, and how big we are. We don't have the size, but you know, if you go out and give 110%, it's anybody's ball game. You know, you can't slack off. You got to go for the full 32 minutes of the game, and once you get tired, you ask for a break, you come out, and then you get back on the horse. So we do talk about that a lot, but you know, it's all about the buy-in process.
When you look just beyond the district out at the region, and I'm guessing that you guys would like to get there.
Yes, absolutely.
What are the teams you look at in the region that you think those are the ones that we'll have to get through at some point in time if we want to meet our goals?
There's a lot of great teams in this region that, you know, not many people see. You know, Bowling Green's a huge program. We still have Barron County, Allen County, Warren East. They're huge programs. On top of Todd County, you know, we beat them at the beginning of the year, but that doesn't reflect anything now. They've got the Alexis. She's a great player. Russellville has some talent. Logan County has Gracie Boards. I mean, there's a lot of great kids with a lot of good programs and coaches out there.
You also get to hang out with your dad on a nightly basis.
Yes.
You convinced him to come hang out on the bench with you. How's that been?
It's been good. You know, he's been in the game for a long time, so I knew having him on staff would be a big bonus for us. He knows his stuff. He watches film as much as I do. We talk a lot. Even if we're not in the gym, I'm at the house talking to him about it. So it's a great addition to have him on staff.
And then, of course, you got your younger sister
Yes.
playing for you. That also must be a different dynamic in its own right. How's that been?
It's good. She's one of the players that she'll come in off the bench and she provides energy for us. You know, she'll knock down some shots, but if she's not on, she provides that defense for us that we need. You know, she's all up in them pressure. Same thing for Jakali Green. I mean, the younger kids have that energy, and then once everyone feeds off the energy, you know, it could be scary.
Yeah. When you also, going back to this district matchup with Allen County Scottsville, you mentioned the injury to Morris, and then Nazer, I think, had missed
Yes.
the game that you guys played against them. Are there transition changes that you think you need to make as you guys get ready? I mean, that you're not going to show them on Friday, but
Right.
you might wind up with the district tournament.
Well, when they went out, it was a little different. We were mismatched in size. Steenbergen was bringing the ball up the floor. That's putting Cynthia out on top, or Ashton. And then they put in a few big girls with them. You know, Morris and Nazer, they're more the point guard style. So we have some smaller guards that can stay in front, but it'll be a different dynamic than that first game that we got to play.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you stopping by. Again, congratulations on being named the 4th Region Coach of the Year.
Thank you.
Good luck to you in these next 3 or 4 regular season games that you have, and good luck to you in the district tournament.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.